For the first time in 2 years, the alert level of a volcano in Indonesia was raised to its highest level, red. This occurred at the Laki Laki cone of the Lewotobi Volcano on the island of Flores late on January 9th. The reason? A rapid intensification of its ongoing eruption occurred in only 24 hours, where almost every metric of this volcano spiked. What was beforehand a weekly erupting series of events has turned into a major eruption which has resulted in near-continuous pyroclastic flows that have repeatedly traveled multiple kilometers from its summit. As a result, a 53 square kilometer swath of the volcano was declared off limits, encompassing areas between 4 and 5 kilometers away from the peak of the erupting Laki Laki cone. However, I caution that the aforementioned exclusion zone may be insufficient to keep residents safe, and I have 2 reasons to suggest this. First, I have received credible reports of locals 7 kilometers west of Laki Laki's summit experiencing nausea, a symptom of overexposure to what is likely hydrogen sulfide gas being emitted. This suggests that there may be other population centers being exposed to harmful levels of volcanic gas, although I must note that the prior report occurred on January 5th. Second, with the strong Vulcanian eruption ongoing, I foresee a potential for the now frequent pyroclastic flows to potentially reach 5 kilometers from Laki Laki's summit due to the unusually high gas content and pressure of the current eruption. As a result, although I am not affiliated with Indonesia's disaster agencies, in my opinion, I recommend that everyone within an 8-kilometer radius of the summit of Laki Laki evacuate if you have not already. So, what exactly changed in the last 24 hours at a volcano not exactly known for highly explosive eruptions? Although several factors are involved, I can trace the eruption's rapid intensification to the arrival of magma just underneath the surface on January 4th. Before then, the eruption only ejected pulverized rock, aka ash, and superheated gases. Later, magma was only occasionally ejected when a volcanic explosion occurred as singular fragments. Yet, as the days progressed, lava bombs became more and more frequent until on January 9th, lava erupted onto the surface from Laki Laki's north-northwest fissure. As I am writing this video, fragments of lava are being thrown as much as 1,000 meters or 3,280 feet away from this vent via a series of Strombolian explosions. Likely of a viscous basaltic andesite composition, this same fissure has created a lava flow which has reportedly already advanced 2 kilometers to the north, indicating a fairly high output. Since the aforementioned lava flow is quite blocky, fragments of its several meter tall mass occasionally tumble off of it and roll down slope via what is known as a lava avalanche. These avalanches can reasonably travel more than a kilometer beyond the current front of the lava flow and represent an additional hazard. However, while the north-northwest fissure is producing a beautiful Strombolian eruption, the real main danger lies at the summit cone of Laki Laki. There, repeated explosions are occurring where freshly erupted material temporarily blocks the magma conduit. Pressure then builds up until it forces its way upwards through the overlying rock, generating what is known as a Vulcanian eruption. Vulcanian eruptions often release pyroclastic flows, especially during larger explosions with fragments too heavy to rise on a buoyant column of rising air collapse back to the ground. While these pyroclastic flows have in the last 24 hours largely only traveled at 200 km per hour to the north and east, their size is largely constrained by the amount of gas pressure which can build in the magma conduit. Thus, if an unusually large plug was to suddenly form when it is subsequently destroyed, a longer-reaching pyroclastic flow could occur and incinerate a number of nearby communities. This possibility, while currently remote, is why I stress that everyone in the official exclusion zone and likely a bit further must evacuate. You cannot outrun or outdrive a pyroclastic flow. An alert level of red is not given to just any erupting volcano in Indonesia, only for volcanoes that have an immediate potential to produce a major or damaging explosive eruption. While not every volcano which has been at this alert level since 2010 has produced a major eruption, the fact is that the majority of times the associated eruption causes fatalities. Please stay safe, everyone. As a final note, I would like to thank my new patron Andrew Yoder for supporting this channel.